What is going on, everyone? Leon checking in. So as you can tell by the title of this video, today we are here to talk about the Pixelbook, which was announced at the Google event on October 4th. And the Pixelbook, it's the supercar of Chromebooks, and with the supercar of Chromebook status, it comes with the supercar of Chromebooks pricing. So today we're going to talk about this Pixelbook and should you buy it? Who's it for? Why you shouldn't buy it? These are questions that we need answers to. We need answers. So the Pixelbook is a device you can pre-order, but no one's going to be getting it until October 31st, and that's when you can actually walk into a store like Best Buy and go ahead and pick this thing up. And it's going to start at $999, basically $1,000. Just call it $1,000, 4 digits. We're almost there. So at $999, you get the Intel Core i5, you get 8 gigs of RAM, and you get 128 gigs of storage. If you want to up that, you can drop $200 on that base price. That'll bring you to $1,199. That gets you the same Intel Core, the same amount of RAM, but you get upgraded storage, and that is 256 gigs. And then if you want the best Pixelbook that money can buy, and you've just got money laying around, you add $650 to the base price of the Pixelbook, and that gets you an Intel Core i7, 16 gigs of RAM, and 512 gigs of storage. So as you can see, the Pixelbook is going to be a very expensive piece of hardware, but unlike other Chromebooks, it's going to be very fast and it's going to have a lot of storage. So the Pixelbook is going to be very thin at 10 millimeters. That's about that much measuring tape. It's also going to be a convertible, a 2-in-1, so it can fold in the 4 noticeable positions. Most people are going to be using this as a laptop or a tablet, but it can be used in a kiosk mode and a tent mode and pretty much everything else in between. So it's Pixelbook by Google for a reason. This Pixelbook is going to be getting some neat things that other Chromebooks won't be getting. For example, Google Assistant, that will be able to be activated by a keyboard key or still by voice or with the new Pixelbook pen. And this is actually a pretty good idea because obviously you can still use the Google Assistant by voice, but if you're in a place where you don't really want to use something by voice, say you're in the library, you've got the keyboard key, that's going to work perfect. Or you've got the pen where when you are using your Pixelbook, you can just circle objects on the screen and Google Assistant will pull up information for you. The Pixelbook pen is going to be very modern and futuristic as well. It's going to have virtually no lag, it's going to have tilt support, and it's going to be pressure sensitive. So there is no doubt that the Pixelbook will be the best Chromebook that you can buy. It comes with at least twice the RAM of most other Chromebooks. With that being said, it's going to be super easy to run a lot of Android apps and games specifically. It's going to be great for the person such as myself who does their YouTube videos on a Chromebook and edits them on a Chromebook. So I'm going to be really interested to see how this improves my video editing. The next good thing about the Pixelbook is that it comes with 128 gigs of storage. Now that's going to blow away most Chromebooks that only come with 16 gigs of storage or 32 gigs of storage. And those sound like quite a bit when you think of a Chromebook as being a cloud-based device. But when you are considering that now we have access to the Play Store, we can download apps, and you may also want to download movies from, say, Netflix for offline viewing for times when you don't have internet access. Maybe you want to download some pictures or video, and maybe you want to edit some of that video. Maybe you want to do some work on the Chromebook. You're going to need some storage, and that's where the Pixelbook comes in. Another reason the Pixelbook is going to be the best Chromebook device is it's Pixelbook by Google, and much like the phones, you are going to be one of the first to get the newest features, the newest updates, and it's just because it is made by Google. The Pixelbook is going to be a device, it's going to be a Chromebook that's going to last you at least a few years because it's going to be continuously updated. It's going to be getting the newest features. It's going to last you some time. So yeah, it's going to cost $999 starting, but you're going to spread that out over a few years compared to maybe a cheaper Chromebook that's going to get outdated a little bit faster. The other good thing the Pixelbook has going for itself is that it is going to be designed to work with other Google devices. For example, you've got the Pixel 2 line of phones, and the Pixelbook is going to know when the Pixel 2 phone is nearby and use that as a hotspot when necessary. So this is only one thing, but as this device ages, I imagine that it will be designed to work better with other Google devices and with the Google phone, just to make things more intertwined, because Google now has an ecosystem of devices, and that would be ideal, make everything more connected than ever. So there are some cons to the Pixelbook. I'm not even going to pretend that there aren't. First of all, it's very expensive. And what I mean by expensive is you can get a decent Chromebook for half the price or even a little less, and it's going to work great. It's not going to work as good as the Pixelbook, but if you are not looking for such high standards, it's going to do the job. Then there is the pen. The Pixelbook is not the only Chromebook to have a pen. You've got the Samsung Chromebook Plus and the Samsung Chromebook Pro. Both of those have pens. Speaking of the pen, the Pixelbook pen does not come with the Chromebook. It's an additional $99. So if you are looking for a Chromebook that comes with a pen, again, you've got the Samsung Chromebook Plus and the Samsung Chromebook Pro. Now, their pens are not going to be as good as the Pixelbook pen, but again, it's going to get the job done. And then there is the storage for the pen. The Pixelbook doesn't have a storage spot for the pen. So what could happen is you could leave the pen somewhere at your house or at your job, get somewhere else, and you find you may need it, and you left it there. Or you may lose it altogether, which is a bad thing to do for a device that costs $99. Now, there are two things I'm concerned about when it comes to the Pixelbook, and that's because they relate to my Samsung Chromebook Plus. Now, as you can see on the Samsung Chromebook Plus and also on the Samsung Chromebook Pro, you have these hinges here. They are just two small hinges, and I would have preferred to see one long hinge. What you would see on a Acer Chromebook or Asus Chromebook, and I just feel like it would give this more strength. But what I noticed about this before I dropped it was that these hinges, because they're independent and they're small, they didn't look exactly lined up. But also, when my dog did knock my Samsung Chromebook Plus off of the kitchen counter, it damaged the hinges. They're both not aligned, so I can't fold this up completely. And there is a video of me talking about this, so that's one thing that concerns me about the Pixelbook. The next thing is, because the Pixelbook is made of aluminum, just like the Samsung Chromebook Plus and Pro, we have a skin on it here. It looks really nice. That is designed to protect it. But there wasn't a skin available at the time for my Samsung Chromebook Plus for the bottom. I don't know if there is one available now, but I babied this thing, and I do have a few scratches underneath here, and I don't know where they came from. I don't know how they got there, but this is a concern for the Pixelbook as well. So who shouldn't buy a Pixelbook? Basically anyone who only consumes online content. Basically, if you're just using it to watch YouTube, Netflix, anything like that, you really don't need a Pixelbook. Also, if you don't download a lot of stuff, if you're not downloading a lot of Google Play Store apps, if you're not downloading music, if you're not downloading movies, you really don't need a Pixelbook. You also don't need a Pixelbook if you're not trying to make a Chromebook your primary computer. If it's just a device that you use here and there because it's lightweight and it's convenient, but you use maybe a Mac or a Windows PC primarily, then you really don't need to spend almost $1,000 on a Pixelbook. You also shouldn't get a Pixelbook if you're afraid of being locked into an ecosystem. Now, this is not something that is actually a concern yet, but it could be, much like Apple, how they have their devices and their software, and once you're in there, it's hard to get out of that and go elsewhere. Basically, if you're not really looking to do too much with a Chromebook, you can go with a cheaper device and you'll probably be fine. So the question is, do I want the Pixelbook? And the answer is yes, I want the best Chromebook, and the Pixelbook is the best Chromebook available right now. What I'm looking forward to is the best software, the latest updates. I'm looking forward to the speed since I use a lot of Android apps and I edit my YouTube videos on my Chromebook. I'm also looking for the Chromebook just to improve in general, and hopefully it'll become more competition for the Windows-based laptops and Mac OS. For the most part, I use the Chromebook for everything. There is a few things that I use my Windows computer for that the Chromebook doesn't do yet, but again, hopefully that'll change, it'll get better. So that is pretty much it for today. If you enjoyed this video and found it useful, make sure you leave a like. If you have any questions or comments, drop those below. And if you can, hit the subscribe button. It'll support me, it'll support the channel so that I can continue to put out these videos. They do take some time and some research, and I do enjoy doing them, but it'll help a lot if you can hit that button. So until next time, Leon checking out.